Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and on this channel we cover all things beauty and a whole lot of fragrance content. Today we are covering the top 15 fragrances I am excited to wear for spring 2024. Now, I did try to substantially cut the number. I tried to do 5, then I tried to do 6, then I tried to do 10, but realistically, I wanted to do more. I was debating if I should do a part 2, but I thought, no, we haven't even hung out in a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about all 15, but I will try not to harp on each one, even the ones I love so much. It makes it so difficult. I could talk about them for hours. But the first fragrance I am so excited to wear for spring of 2024 would have to be, it's Greenwich Village from Bond Number 9. I have been so excited to finally wear this in spring because I did get it, I believe, in fall or winter, and I fell head over heels in love with it. This is such a beautiful scent. It has so much ambroxan. It's very musky. It has this really beautiful sweet praline to it, which I love so much, like so much, you guys. I also do pick up on a lot of the water lily, which I think makes it perfect for spring. A little bit aquatic and fresh. There's some citruses. You have the lychee, which I also love, fruity floral scents for spring. And this is just, every single time I smell it, I feel like it smells like the most beautiful, gorgeous woman. And in this way, that could also be unisex. I could see a man or woman wearing this scent, but I do think it does pull a little bit more feminine. And I just feel like so pretty every single time I reach for this one. It's truly beautiful. And yeah, I love the fact that it does kind of have that Baccarat Rouge vibe just in the opening a little bit, but it does turn into being its own fragrance. I know a lot of people do say that this one and Tribeca smell a whole lot like Baccarat Rouge 540, and I get it, but they are, to me, their own fragrances, and I might like this one a little bit more. I just might, especially for springtime. So first one has to be, I almost said Baccarat Rouge 540, Greenwich Village, which, you guys, when I first got this scent, I am so embarrassed. I would say like Greenwich, which is embarrassing, and one of you guys corrected me. Thank you so much. But anyways, gorgeous little number here. So happy to finally have this one for spring. Oh my goodness, and every single time I look at the notes, I'm like, of course I'm obsessed with it. Top notes of lychee, cassis, mandarin orange. Middle notes of water lily, peony, which is one of my favorite notes, jasmine, and base notes of ambroxan, praline, musk, vanilla, and oak moss. So beautiful. Another fragrance that does remind me of the most pretty woman you've ever seen is Good Girl Blush from Carolina Herrera, but I would say it's beautiful in a different way. To me, the Greenwich Village one, it almost has this really expensive, rich, bougie, pretty vibe to it. In a sense, I feel like this one just smells literally like a gentle, sweet, just really graceful woman. It smells so sweet and floral and creamy, and yeah, again, it just has such a pretty vibe to it. Definitely does smell how it looks. I feel like this is a great representation of what you're getting when it comes to the scent. This opens up with this beautiful bergamot, so you are getting a blast of citrus. There's peony in here, some ylang-ylang in here, and then you do have that vanillic base, which I think is so beautiful. So it does smell similar to the original, but just definitely a lighter, dainty version, and I do feel like this does so well in the springtime, but also just year-round. My bottle's down to here, so I feel like this will be one fragrance that I actually very soon will have to repurchase, which I did get it at Ulta with my points for about $7, so I don't feel too bad about it, but obviously I probably won't have those points when I go back to purchase it, but I don't care. To me, it's worth every single penny. And I will mention the longevity of this scent is beautiful, but it's gonna be more of like a moderate to intimate projection that you do get. But when people do hug me, come near me, they do compliment me on the way that I do smell. But with this one, I mean, I'm wearing it for me all day. It is so pretty. Top notes are bergamot and bitter almond. Middle notes are peony and ylang-ylang, and base notes are vanilla and also coumarin. Then Dama Bianca from the Casamarati Zaharoff line. I love this line so much, and this one just might be my favorite that I've smelled at least. This scent smells so angelic, so dreamy, so light and ethereal and airy and sweet. Pillowy florals I literally feel like I am sleeping, floating on a cloud when I wear this fragrance. It is so dreamy. I love fragrances that pull out such strong, specific emotions from me, and this one truly does. It's one of my favorite things about fragrances. I hate it when I put a fragrance on and I'm just like, okay, I smell good, like, yeah. But this one really takes you on a whole journey. Truly is such an experience. I am gonna spray a little bit on my hand. Oh, it just puts a smile on my face. In the opening, it comes off. You do get the citrus mixed with the kumquat, and the kumquat makes the smell so specific and unique to my collection, as well as that malt note that you get mixed in. The musky vanilla, especially on the dry down, is what is most apparent to me, as well as the powdery florals. I feel like this has, I think, violet mixed into the scent, which I feel like that does give it like this feminine, classy feel, making it smell more expensive. Now, the scent overall does have a very light feel to it. It's not going to be the strongest. It's not going to knock everybody out. In fact, it is going to sit more intimately, moderately to the skin. This is so pretty though. I honestly don't care. If you do and you want something that has a little bit more citrus on the dry down, not as light and airy, but you're still getting basically the exact same scent, you would love Janan Noir from Herrera, Maine. If you want something that I would say is around 97% similar, but for a fraction of the cost, this is a beautiful option. This one is going to be more powerful. It's going to last longer. It does have a little bit more of the lime to my nose, and I think that's why it is stronger. Citrus scents just tend to last a little bit longer on my skin, and but it's basically the same thing for a fraction of the cost. So I did just want to mention that. But of course, I do love the original, and I would say if you're somebody that wants something lighter, more airy, musky, more dainty, then of course you would prefer this one. But again, I just have to mention it because they are so incredibly similar. I love this one so very much, so I wanted to mention both options. Top notes of kumquat and lime, middle notes of violet iris, lilac, Egyptian jasmine, lily of the valley, and base notes of vanilla, malt, white musk, ambrette, sandalwood, and cedar. And I also, by the way, love ambrette in fragrances. It is so good. Overall, such a phenomenal blend of a fragrance, and if you have not smelled this, I would seriously recommend to get your nose on it because wow. Again, so pretty, so pillowy, but still has that powdery, classy edge to it, which I think a lot of people would love. The Janan Noir and the Dama Bianca are one. Let's not get crazy. That's not part of the 15. Then I always feel like I'm saying it wrong, but this one is Dior J'adore. This one has no alcohol, so you can put it all over, all in your hair and not feel guilty. This is something I reach for when I just want to smell fresh, clean, and pretty. This is very white floral heavy, but in the best way possible. It's not a scent that smells too stuffy or that is going to give you a headache. There's even a little bit of sweetness that I do pull here. I want to say there's honeysuckle that you get, and there's almost like a green feel to it in a very fresh, clean way. It kind of reminds me of Sunday mornings where there's that beautiful breeze, you're doing your laundry, maybe you're wearing all white, and you just look effortlessly put together. That is this fragrance. It's very pretty, it's not fussy, you just smell good. And this is, again, this is J'adore de Eau. I will say, if I remember correctly, is this the biggest bottle? I feel like it is. It was pretty pricey for what this is. It's definitely more of a basic staple in my collection, but I will always repurchase this because I truly do love the scent. And I feel like even, let me see. Oh, look at this atomizer. What? Look at that. Another reason I love it, but I feel like I almost get, yeah, fresh rose, which is adding to the personality of the fragrance. So it's not just a boring white floral. This one has notes of jasmine sambac, green notes, magnolia, honeysuckle, neroli, and rose. And again, very clean, very fresh, and honestly stunning for when you just want to feel put together. And the woman that wears this scent is just a together woman. She's always on time, she's poised, she's pretty, she's confident, and her nails are always done. Like, she just gives off that clean girl aesthetic where, again, she just looks fresh and she looks clean and well taken care of. Then Kilian Princess is one of my favorite fragrances in my entire perfume collection, and I'm pretty sure I have over 150 fragrances the last time I checked. This perfume is so unique, so pretty, it's sweet, but it's also fresh and very aromatic from the matcha tea. This one is a beautiful blend of citrus, tea, ginger, and marshmallow. And so for that reason, because it does have that ooey gooey sweet marshmallow, but mixed in with the matcha, mixed in with the citrus, I feel like it honestly just works so well for any time of the year. I love this, but in spring I think it's gonna smell amazing. I also have the Eau Fraiche version, which does focus more on the citrus with the marshmallow a bit more in the background, but this is just such a beautiful DNA. I think this is definitely a pretty girl scent, and you are gonna stand out. You're gonna smell cool, you're gonna smell sweet, but again, not cloying, not too heavy, which makes it perfect again for year-round. So on Fragrantica, it has marshmallow, matcha tea, and ginger listed, but this has so many notes. It also has citrus mixed in there, vanilla. I know for a fact it has a note of apple, which you get a little bit, but such a beautiful blend of a scent, truly. Definitely in my top 10 for life, which I want to give you guys that video, but like I just don't know if I can narrow it down to 10. Let me know if that's something you would want to see. Next up is Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato. This is very similar in the way that, like I said about Kilian, it is fresh. It has almost this shaving cream soapy opening, but it's also very gourmand. You're also getting a fluffy marshmallow. There is whipped cream. There is obviously the pistachio gelato, which comes off almost a little minty too. And you are getting the cotton candy. This one makes my mouth water like no other. I think it's unbelievably tasty, and for spring I think it's just an obvious essential. Now when I first did try this, I got it in the travel and I wasn't sure if I loved it. Of course, we don't have to sing the same song. We know the marketing was a little misleading, had me ready to risk it all, had me ready to go downtown and like just eat a pound of pistachio gelato, but obviously it's a little bit fresher than that. But I do not think that's a bad thing. In fact, I feel like it adds to my liking of the scent. I will also mention if you want a similar experience, but it's not quite as, I feel like you don't get as much bergamot in the Khair from Aroma Concepts, or is it Paris Corner? I think Khair Paris Corner. That fragrance smells very similar. It definitely has a fresh sweetness to it, but I would just say that this one I do like a little bit better because I do get more bergamot. I do get that freshness a bit more in the scent. Almost get a little bit more cacao in that scent too if you're into that. But anyways, this is such a pretty scent, and the longer that I have it, the more sweet it gets and the better projection and performance longevity I get from the scent as well. Really, really sweet, mouth-watering, but in a fresh, soapy way. This one has notes of pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, and so much more. Now this one is Nest Golden Nectar, and this is newer to my collection. I've had it for, I want to say, about 2 or 3 months now, and I do like it. So to me, Golden Nectar, I'm not gonna lie, this is very sweet, very powdery. I almost get something candy-like from it, especially in the opening. This one, I want to say it has orchid, vanilla, amber, and there's some other notes mixed in as well, but to my nose, for whatever reason, I almost get like a banana Laffy Taffy smell from it, which, mind you, I've not smelled a banana Laffy Taffy in a while, being honest, but yeah, I do get something very sweet. I almost get banana Laffy Taffy from the scent. So it's warm, it's floral, it's sweet. And I think for that reason, it's great for the springtime. Summer too. I almost feel like I feel the sun beaming down on me and I'm wearing this and I smell sweet and pretty and girly and floral. And yeah, if you like powdery vanilla scents, I think you would like this. Somebody, if you have smelled this scent and also smelled Laffy Taffy, specifically the banana one, let me know if you agree or if I'm crazy. But it almost also has like a waxy sweetness that I get from it, which I do really like. So yeah, I think this is great for spring. And I love the bottle. Golden Nectar. This one has notes of vanilla, amber, orchid, musk, and suede. I get the musk. I don't know if I get the suede. If the Dior scent sounds really good to you, smelling fresh, put together, and just pretty overall, but that scent maybe doesn't have enough substance for you, I would say Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. This one definitely is more charismatic, and I feel like this one has more of an upscaled feel to it, even though it is just a fresh, pretty, put together fragrance. This one, you're gonna feel so good when you wear it, and this is stronger and does garner more compliments. So every single time I wear this scent, I just feel good about myself. I feel ready for my day, and I feel like it is versatile in that you could dress it up, dress it down for the occasion. I just love this DNA so much. I wish I had a bigger bottle because I do feel like this year I might go through it or at least get it down to like here. And these are obviously more pricey. If you can get a discount, maybe wait for the Sephora sale, I would totally do that. Or at least like I did, buy it on a 5x deal at Ulta. But this is so beautiful. It's very citrusy and almost has kind of a dry texture, like a dry feel when you smell it. You might know what I'm talking about. It's citrusy, it's powdery, it's floral. It is just so gorgeous to me. It definitely has that fresh, soapy skin musk going on as well. I just love this. I feel like there is a little bit of a woody base, but I'm not picking that up too much. It just smells very fresh, very clean. And whenever I wear it, honestly, I just feel like I'm ready for success or whatever my day has in store for me. So we have top notes of Keats, grapefruit, middle notes of hyacinth and jasmine, and base notes of musk, iris, Virginia cedar. I could definitely see the cedar once again, but it's not super strong in the scent to me. And amber. And again, this is just beautiful. If you want something similar but not as good, in my personal opinion, Flower Bed from Finery is a very good dupe. It's still fresh, it's still clean. I love wearing it to the gym, but I feel like it's missing that special something that this one does offer. But the Finery one is more affordable, and I still love to wear it. Now listen, I know the 2-in-1s are cheating, but I cannot help it. I love Kayali's Eden Sparkling Lychee, and I also just adore my Eden Juicy Apple, which I feel like I haven't been pulling for, so I have to mention that I'm just so eager to wear both of these together on their own, layered up with different fragrances. I enjoy both so much. This one, the Lychee, this one definitely has that candy sweetness. It's bright, it's uplifting, it is very, again, charismatic, and it just smells like bright, fun vibes with really great people. I cannot wait to wear this on a girls trip or something like that with my friends. I feel like it's just like I smell it and I think of my friends and, you know, having conversations and just everybody's talking over each other. We're drinking fruity cocktails because this definitely does give you a syrupy cocktail vibe. And we are just enjoying each other's company. I feel like the biggest similarity is the fact that they're both bright, joyful, fruity, fun, uplifting scents that I really just enjoy. This one's just doing it with apple and berries, and this one is doing it with lychee. And the rose in the scent, like I always say, is not a mature aged rose. It's very youthful. The scent overall is candy sweet. If I had to pick between the two, I probably would pick my juicy apple just because we have more history, but this one is going up on the list just because I feel like this one is a little bit more girly and just feminine, but love both so much, and they are 2-in-1, okay? I can't, like, they have to be. Next is YSL Libre Eau de Parfum. This one I will always give its flowers. I know a lot of people are not the biggest fans of the heavy lavender musk that you get in this scent, but I personally love it. I find it so aromatic. This one also comes off a little bit fresher to my nose. You're also getting the note of petitgrain, and there is the orange blossom. So to me, this one is more citrusy, which I truly do enjoy. Not that I don't love the other flankers, because I truly do, but this one, I love it so much. It definitely does pull my heartstrings. It was one of my first ever designer fragrance purchases, actually one of my first big bottles. This one and Black Opium I bought on the same day, and those were my first designer big bottles, but I did get Daisy Love in the Travel, and that was my first actual purchase. But anyways, you guys, so this one does have some sentimental value, but more than that, this one is such a bougie, bold, rich, confident scent, confidence in a bottle, because I truly feel like this just does announce your presence. This one is also very complimented in my collection, and for good reason. This is very heavy on the lavender, yes, and the musk. The orange blossom is very apparent in the scent. This one doesn't have as much vanilla, of course, as in the Intense, which is why a lot of people do prefer it, but I just feel like this one, it has something a little bit more special to me. Even though I love the Intense, I would say I love this one like a little bit more, and then the Intense is like right here. So anyways, beautiful fragrance for when you want to make a statement, when you want to smell bold and confident, and so just expensive. It's very luxurious smelling. This one has top notes of lavender, mandarin orange, black currant, and petitgrain, middle notes of lavender, orange blossom, and jasmine, and base notes of Madagascar vanilla, musk, cedar, and ambergris. And again, very aromatic. I love the extra freshness, and I feel like that's gonna make it perfect for spring. Lattafa Rave Now Women, this one made it with the big dogs. This is under $25 and scary similar to Burberry Her Elixir. This is just a little bit more fluffy from the marshmallow, and you do have that addition of the moss in here, and there's also a really beautiful bright citrus splash that you get here too. But even with that being said, it's super close, not identical. I feel like Burberry Her Elixir is more refined, I always say that, but this one gives you the same flirty, girly, fruity, floral vibe. You do get the berries and cream here, along with this really fluffy, addictive marshmallow note. I cannot get enough of this scent. I'm not sure if the price has went up, because the demand definitely has for this fragrance, but it's so pretty. If you can get over the bottle, it's not my favorite bottle either, I'll be honest. If you guys don't like it, I completely understand why, but I will say it has amazing performance. As I'm wearing it, I can feel the fragrance radiating off of me, and it's just giving me the most gorgeous scent bubble. I get compliments on it. It lasts forever. It is very strong and very powdery, so you have to be okay with that. But to me, this one is worth every penny. and even more. Top notes of red fruits and orange, middle notes of marshmallow, lily of the valley, and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, moss, and musk. So girly. I'm sorry the lighting keeps going in and out. The clouds are up there having a party. This one is Melora from Parfums de Marly, and I think I talked a lot about it in my spring perfume tray video. If you want more spring recommendations, definitely do watch that video because I did include so many options there. But this is a very beautiful, fresh, fruity blackcurrant scent. There's also red berries, and you do get this kind of green undertone coming from the cassis, which I actually really love in this scent. Fruity, it's musky, it is fresh, and for that reason, beautiful for spring. If you like fruity, musky scents that do have a green undertone to them, I think you really would love this. It does smell so expensive, and I almost get like a note of champagne because it is so uplifting and so bright. If you do like, for example, Giorgio Armani C, not that they are the same, they are definitely not. That one I think also has patchouli, as well as cassis and the black currant. But if you like the fact that that one is fruity, it's fresh, it's a little green, and if you like fragrances that do have that chippery nature, I think you would really enjoy this one. Again, I'm not saying they smell similar. This one to me is much fresher. That one is definitely more like earthy, woody. It has patchouli as well as the cassis. So to me, this one is more lightweight. I will say for that reason, this one, I feel like the longevity on the scent could be better, but when I am wearing it, I do get a great projection, a great sillage, I get compliments, I love it on myself. It is just a beauty. And wrapping it up with Delina La Rosée from Parfums de Marly, which is one of my favorite fragrances for the springtime. It's so beautiful, and I would say this is the most palatable of the three because there's no rhubarb, which a lot of people don't like. It's obviously not as strong, it's more sheared out. With that being said, I still feel like the performance on this scent is in fact better than that of Melora, but even with that being said, I love both fragrances. I just want to let you know if maybe you're, torn between the two, because I do feel like they have a similarity, being that they are both fruity, fresh, musky, and so perfect for spring. I would say they are the best fragrances from Parfums de Marly for the springtime. So I just want to mention performance is a bit better on this one than this one, even though this has no note of incense. But yeah, I feel like if the original Delina and of course the Delina Exclusive are too strong, maybe you find a note or two irritating, I think you'd really love this. It's sheer, it's fresh, it's aquatic, there's watery notes as well as this juicy pear that I just really love. There's rose and peony, and again, I find peony so delicate and so feminine, and that is definitely the case in this scent. Everything about it I love. You get the lychee, which again is not as strong in the scent, but just enough to balance out the florals. And it does have a musk, a fresh, clean musk at the base, as well as a note of wood. I believe it's cedar, but I do not really pick that up. If anything, it's just grounding the scent and making it last even longer. But yeah, this is so pretty. And I would say, just to bring it up, just to give an example, I kind of feel like Delina La Rosée is to Delina as Sheer Fantasy is to Fantasy from Britney Spears. This is definitely a more sheer, lightweight, fresh version. Still really pretty, but yeah, really pretty and a little bit more refreshing. So I just wanted to give you that example. Not sure how helpful that is if you've not smelled them. By the way, this would also be great for spring. Let me know if you want me to do a more affordable version of this video. Could totally make that happen. But anyways, yeah, this is so pretty. I'm very, very happy with it. And it's gorgeous for a refreshing, fruity floral option. Top notes are lychee, pear, and bergamot. Middle notes are Turkish rose, peony, watery notes, and floral notes. Base notes are white musk, woody notes, and Haitian vetiver. Very stunning option. Do not forget to comment down below the top 3 fragrances you are excited to wear for springtime, and maybe even just recommendations to me. Y'all know I love to take your recommendations and make videos on those recommendations. It's one of my favorite things that we do on this channel that we do. I'm such a kid. Anyway, I love you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good things, and I will see you in the next one, besties. Bye!